Title Update 2 is here, and with that we have new sets, new builds, and maybe new meta. Particularly with the Seregios set, you can get yourself a lot of Adrenaline Rush, and a set that extends and makes your Adrenaline Rush better. But is it worth it? Can you actually make an Adrenaline Rush build? Let's see. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Go to my Ko-Fi if you want to support my content. Go to my Twitch to watch me live every morning. And let's get into it. Let's first talk about Adrenaline Rush. So, Adrenaline Rush, what it does is that whenever you actually evade something, you'll get yourself more attack. Which is nice because you always are gonna be evading in this game. Whether you're playing longsword or anything, you actually will use it sometimes. Now, of course, it's gonna be the best on weapons like longsword, bow, whatever, that use evade in their kits, but it's still very useful. Usually people go for attack Adrenaline Rush plus 10 because it's level 1, you only put one decoration and you get the most value of it. You would not normally go to maximum level. The thing is, the new Seregios pieces come with Adrenaline Rush, as well as having some cool decoration slots. And not only that, but you also get the 2-set and 4-set Razor's Edge. Razor's Edge 1 extends the duration of Adrenaline Rush. If triggered again while the skill is active, extends the duration once. Usually, Adrenaline Rush lasts for 30 seconds. If you have Razor's Edge 1, it'll last 45 seconds. And if you trigger it again, you'll get to 1 minute. Which is super cool, because you can just be killing a boss, and then boom, you dodge once, boom, Adrenaline Rush for 1 entire minute. Making you be able to just go for the exact gameplay that you want on your weapon. For example, in longsword, your Spirit AI slash playstyle over and over again and just doing more damage. And once the 1 minute is done, you can go back and evade once more. But most likely, you will have evaded again once the 1 minute is done. It kind of sucks that even if you evade in the middle of that minute window, it doesn't actually matter. You're still kind of memed. It will not replenish until the entire buff is back. So for example here, there you go, now we got it again. Now you can also go for Razor's Edge 2 to get yourself your 4-set, and this will make it so it does a bit more damage. According to the wiki, this will give you around 3% to 4% more, but unless you're permanently evading, this is not gonna last for long. You can see right here, it goes whoop, just for a few seconds and then drops again. It will trigger 2 times, boom, 1, and then it'll fall down and then fall down again. As there will be 2 buffs, one the first time you actually dodge, and then the second time you dodge. So one buff will go down and then the next one as well. Is the 4-set actually worth it? Well, Team Darkside made a speedrun with it, killing Seregios in less than 2 minutes. So yeah, I mean, it does a lot of damage, even if it doesn't last for long. And because the decorations of Seregios' armor set are pretty good, it's not worthless. That being said, they are speedrunning here, and you can see in the speedrun that they are actually not evading most of the time. If you want to try this build, I would heavily recommend you go check out their video. Of course, these are the decorations that they went for, and the pieces as well, and it's a pretty cool concept. You can also pair this build with the Kanga Rebellion weapon that comes from Seregios, as every time you dodge, you'll get a special sheath, you can see right there, that will do more damage, which is very good on certain weapons, particularly longsword, because you can go into Spirit Round Slash afterwards, and also Spinning Crimson Slash to make those attacks do more damage. You can also go into Spirit Thrust, and then Spirit Helm Breaker, Spirit Release Slash, and it will not consume most of that sheath, as you can see right there. That being said, it's hard to just keep doing this over and over again. You're not going to be evading all the time in normal runs, especially when, well, you want to do damage. And sadly, it won't last for a lot of hits. It will only last for around 4 hits. So is it actually worth it compared to an Artian weapon? Probably not. That being said, it's pretty cool and a pretty interesting type of gameplay you can do. Not something you would usually see in the game beforehand. And if you really like Adrenaline Rush, or if you really like foresight slashing instead of using AI slash, it could be something you would be interested in. It's important to note that the special sharpness, I don't know why I've said sheath this entire time, doesn't care about the previous sharpness you had. even if you're in blue, right, as I am right now, the special sharpness multiplier will apply the same with this new sharpness. So in a build like this, if you're really just permanently dodging, you kind of don't really care about your sharpness. In theory, you could use this for your advantage and get yourself into green sharpness, as you can see right here, and get yourself a Bludgeoneer jewel, so you deal more damage when your sharpness is low. But this is a pretty unhinged type of game style you could actually go for. It's cool though. That being said, there's one thing that kind of gets memed by you using a build like this, and that is Maximum Might. Maximum Might gives you 30% affinity whenever you actually have full stamina. The problem is that whenever you evade, you lose stamina, making you lose the 30% that we talked before, which definitely sucks. This doesn't apply for every weapon. Some weapons don't use as much evade when they actually use their evade skills, like dual blades or bow, maybe even greatsword. But for longsword, this is a big problem. But this is why you can go in here and get yourself a 2 set for Fulgur. This will make your stamina a bit bigger, making you capable of dodging without losing maximum might, as you can see right there. So you can just blast, get your blade skill honing from your weapon, or just get your adrenaline rush with no issues at all. And you can do this build with just an Artian weapon, and you don't actually have to go for the whole dodge all the time. But then again, if you're going for Fulgur, I will probably recommend you to be dodging all the time. You will require a build like this with 5 physique jewels, so you don't lose maximum might. But with this setup right here, you end up having good decorations, 2 adrenaline rush as well, full agitator, and Counter-Strike 3-2, which you probably would want, as it gives you just so much attack for almost no investment. You can though get yourself an Adrenaline Rush 3 to get yourself to level 5 on this particular build. I haven't upgraded it, but I know you can get Counter Attack Charm 3 now. And instead of this Phoenix Jewel that I have right here, go for a counter one just to get that plus 10 that you usually would get, and you will get something very similar. I just made my decision, but I think if I'm gonna play this Fulgur build, I'm gonna do it this way. Level 5 Adrenaline Rush, just 1 piece of counter and just blast with that. Adrenaline Rush will last for 45 seconds anyways, so it just sounds pretty good. But you can make your own choice here. Now, there are 2 more builds that I want to talk about, but these work a bit different than the one that we talked about before. These 2, you do have Adrenaline Rush, but you're gonna play it in another way. Instead of permanently dodging on this build, I just want you to dodge once, whether that is with your Foresight Slash or with a normal evade, just to trigger Adrenaline Rush. It will last for 45 seconds and 1 minute if you do it twice, and then you will go into your normal rotation with Adrenaline Rush, with the AI Spirit Slash, and do the typical longsword shenanigans with the AI Slash to get yourself the maximum amount of damage with Adrenaline Rush, while at the same time doing the most amount of damage with your AI Spirit Slash. The reason here is that, well, we don't have Fulgur anymore with this set, so we don't want to evade it too much, as this will make it so we lose our maximum might. So you just want to do it once for the buff, and then never again. And the thing is this whole set will have Agitator, Antivirus, and Gore Build. Of course, 1 level of burst, 3 sheets, so you can EI Slash very easily, and sadly 1 counter right here, because otherwise we can't really make it and get full counter without this. This would have Adrenaline Rush level 5, but sadly I haven't upgraded it yet, okay? You can also remove 1 challenger for 1 tenderizer, which is honestly pretty nice. You'll drop to level 2 agitator, but it's not a bad idea. And with weakness exploit and corrupted mantle, you should be getting to around 65% crit. You can also go for this other version that lets you have more agitator, more adrenaline rush, more damage overall, and full antivirus. It's just you just get 1 sheath instead. This is not important for other builds that are not longsword, but you know, not having full sheaths on longsword, it kind of sucks. Okay. So you know, just choose whatever you think is best. Very aggressive, very insane, but kind of badass, I'm not gonna lie. You can sheath fast enough, get better, I guess. And we also have a tankier version of this, where we don't go for Gore and Regis, but instead Numinous and Regis. This will give us so many good decorations, while also being fairly tanky, as we get ourselves Shia Pulse that will get us health back whenever we have red health. Instead of using your normal abilities, your normal healing items, you can just wait. And we still have the 2 set for Regis and a lot of Adrenaline Rush, so we can get all of our damage there. The thing about these 2 builds particularly is that they are very, very similar to the old meta builds that we would have before. The non-latent power builds with full agitator, antivirus, and maximum might, and the latent power ones with full agitator, full latent power, maximum might, and counter-strike. They have the same, and of course burst as well, but they also have Adrenaline Rush, which is just more damage. But you don't lose anything by it. I personally will probably play the Gold Regis a lot. Probably is going to be the most amount of damage you could get. Maybe not the most amount of affinity, but definitely the most amount of damage. Sorry, attack. But I also absolutely love dodging something, getting my buff, and then just absolutely blasting with my special sharpness and using that 1.5 multiplier on the Spirit Release Slash. It's super cool. It's maybe not the best, but it's just such a cool mini game to do while playing your weapon, dodging and really trying your best to get the most amount of value out of your damage buff. But I don't know, I guess we'll have to see whether people actually go for this or not, but I'm definitely gonna be doing it. Let me know if this helped you. Let me know if you are gonna try this, if you think it's bad, if you think it's good. And yeah, I don't know. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Other games as well. Not only Monster Hunter, but also Monster Hunter, because I love the game. See you guys around. Love you all. Ciao, ciao.